Hello, hi, it's Sarah from My Handmade Wardrobe Patterns and Crafty Sew&So, and I'm coming to you today for a long overdue sew-along. Although, however, today I won't be doing much sewing, and I will explain why later. But I am going to be doing a lot of talking, as usual, to catch you up on all the things that we've been doing to prepare for Crafty Sewing Camp. So the big event that we're planning for at the moment, that we're getting everything ready for, is our Crafty Sewing Camp, which is on from the 12th to the 14th of August, and it's held at Bow Manor Hall in Leicestershire. Now, we still have 15-day tickets. We're fully sold out on the residential tickets, so I'm afraid if you want to stay over in our dorm and live the true camp experience all the way through the night and the day, those tickets are sold through now. It's going to be so much fun, and we're going to have competitions for the best dressed dorm, and yeah, it's just a great chance to really hang out with some awesome people and make lots of new sewing friends. But you can also come along for the day. So you can either choose to come along for the whole weekend, so that's the Friday afternoon, through to the Sunday afternoon. And there are plenty of local places to stay in Loughborough particularly, but there are also some good Airbnbs in Corn and also in Woodhouse Eaves. So if you need any advice on that, if you are thinking about coming and getting a day ticket and then you want to find an apartment to stay in, or perhaps stay in the local, I think it's Premier Inn or Travel Lodge in Loughborough, we're more than happy to help with that. So just drop us an email if you are thinking about buying the day ticket and you want to talk about accommodation. We also have the option of coming just for the Saturday. So we've opened tickets up so that you can just come for the Saturday from 9 a.m. in the morning, sew with us all day, and then stay for the party in the evening. And that is what I really want to talk to you about tonight. So if you've already bought your tickets, you've probably heard about our themed party on the Saturday night. So last year, we had a pajama party, and it was really good fun. We had pizza, hot chocolate, lots of fun, and no games this year. We're planning some games. So if you've got any ideas about games that you particularly like to play, then let me know. But yeah, this year the theme is Wild West, and we're going to be having a barn dance style party. So we've been shopping for giant blow-up cacti, and thinking about how we can dress up the room with a saloon theme. And we're also, of course, thinking about what to wear. So we chose the Wild West theme because we thought it's actually one that most people will hopefully have some things that they can style up in their wardrobes. I personally am not an owner of a cowboy hat yet, and I need to get my ass in the saddle, I think is the right phrase. And I need to mosey on down to a shop to buy myself a cowboy hat because I think that's just going to finish off the look. But I'm basically going down the denim jacket and then smocked sundress look for my Wild West themed outfit for the evening. So I've decided to make something that I've wanted to make since I saw it on the Great British Sewing Bee, and that is the sheared pastoral dress. So we're looking at shearing on the bust, and then the sleeve is finished off with a couple of rows of shearing, which I think I'm actually going to swap out for elastic, just because I think I'll find it a bit more comfortable just with a thicker band of elastic. Yeah, so pretty simple. It's made up of a skirt, bodice, which you pre-shear and then cut out, and then some nice big sleeves that are kind of gathered onto elastic over the shoulders. And that is what I'm going to be sewing along with you over the next couple of weeks. So like I said, I'm not going to be doing a lot of sewing today. I thought I'd just pop on, set the scene, let you know why I'm sewing this and what I'm sewing, and show you the fabric, of course, which I will do in just a second. But I actually haven't got quite enough shearing elastic here to do the whole panel. So I'm going to start off the shearing today, show you how I get on with it, and then I'm actually going to do the shearing because there's a heck of a lot of it. I'm actually going to do it over the next week, and then I'll come back to you to finish off making the dress in next week's sew along. So the fabric that I've chosen, I actually got from Pound Fabrics, and it was an absolute bargain. I think it was £5 a metre. I wasn't sure what I'd get, to be honest. I believe it's a polycotton, and I'm a bit unsure about polycottons sometimes because they can be a bit crunchy. But usually if it's a woven polycotton, so it's a woven design like a check or a stripe, the quality is usually a bit better. If it's a printed, quite often the print can be a bit crunchy, and it can actually make the fabric quite stiff and almost make it feel a bit like brittle. If you've ever used polycotton and then washed it a couple of times, you'll know what I mean. It kind of comes out a bit crunchy, but when it's woven into a design, it's less crunchy. Now this does have a print on it, but actually the print I'm really happy with. It's a nice thick screen print, so it doesn't feel like it's going to fade out like it can often on polycottons, and actually I don't think it's going to matter either. So enough telling you about the fabric, let's show you. So it's this lovely little gingham with a really cute little screen printed daisy. So it's white, like an off-white with a navy spot in the middle. I think it's like black. I think it's black. I thought it was navy, but yeah, it kind of, to the eye, it comes across as navy. And yeah, I just think this is going to make a really, really lovely smocked sundress. So yeah, can we see that together? I think that's going to look really nice. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be making in our sew along next week and starting off today. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to making and wearing that. And I wanted to go for something that was quite kind of like cool if it's hot, or I can wear like leggings underneath it or shorts or whatever. If it's a bit cooler, I can layer it up with a jacket over the top, and it's going to keep the sun off my arms if we do spend any time outside as well. So yeah, I can just see myself wearing that pretty much the whole weekend. So that's what I'm going to be sewing before camp. I'm also hoping to, although I might bring it with me, I'm hoping to complete, sorry about the sound outside, we're having building work done. It's not an elephant. I'm hoping to complete another version of this button through sundress, which is another lovely kind of throw it on whatever the weather. You can layer it up over t-shirts. It's got a self-tie belt and little tie straps, so you can kind of lower it a bit for the evening, hoik it up if you're doing lots of work where you're needing to lean down and cut things out, for instance. You don't want to give everybody an eyeful. And yeah, it's got some nice big slits down the side, so there's plenty of room for movement when I'm stomping across the fields between the dorm and the sports hall, fetching and carrying things and making sure that everybody's all right and everybody has what they need. So yeah, it's got the belt. It's also got some little belt loops on the side, which will hold the belt in place. So yeah, I'm looking forward to making another version of that, because although I love this, I made it as a sample for Love Sewing magazine, and it's actually one of the patterns that we did for issue 106, I think it is. 105 or 106 for Love Sewing magazine, and of course I've made it in a sample size. Now I am blessed with a lovely big bottom, and therefore I'm our sample size 4, but on the lower half I'm a size 5. So I always grade up our patterns, and it's a really easy one to do, this one, because it's just long straight seams. So side seams, say straight, it's slightly curved, but side seams I just graded from the waist, which there's a notch in that place, to the hip where there's a notch, and I just took it from size 4 to size 5. No other changes needed. So yeah, that's what I did to change that for me. And I'm going to be making it out of this gorgeous Hawaiian print, which we do have a little bit left of. I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, got about 3 meters of this left. So it might only be 2. The dress does actually take about 2 meters. So if you do want to make a dress and use the Love Sewing pattern, which is available to download still, you can download it from Craft World website. You need about 2 meters of fabric for it. So we've got enough of this if you wanted to not copy me, but compliment me if I'm making the same thing. So yeah, looking forward to making that. And then while I'm at the while I'm at the Crafty Sewing Camp. So last year I didn't have the chance to make a lot of to do a lot of sewing myself, because organising an event is quite a full-on thing, and there were lots of new questions and new things that we had to kind of explore and investigate. And yeah, this year I'm hoping it's going to be a lot more chilled, actually, for me and Freya particularly. I mean, it was chilled for everybody anyway last year. But what we found is that basically, like, everybody loved last year. It was brilliant. We had there's a few little things that we've changed, and there's a few nice little things that we've added, like a brilliant welcome pack that has all the information that you possibly need. Thanks so much for everybody's feedback, for helping us to put that together. But yeah, the like everything basically that people need to know is going to be in the welcome pack. So that should obviously would be there to help everybody with any questions that they have, but it should give me and Freya a little bit of time for sewing. So we're going to set up a sewing machines next door to each other, and people can come and ask us questions and get advice and everything as long as they go. But we're also going to hopefully find a bit of time for sewing some garments for ourselves. And actually last year I sewed I say I didn't do much sewing, but I did actually. I actually managed to sew a sample for our pattern that we hadn't released back then, the wrap skirts. So this is the sample that I sewed at Crafty Sew&So Sewing Camp last year. Really enjoyed it. It's such a simple pattern, and yeah, it was the perfect camp sewing project. So I made that last year, and this year I'm planning to make another one, and I'm going to make it in this gorgeous fabric, and also, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. And this gorgeous fabric. So I am going to combine those two, and I'm going to make the main skirt, so main skirt in the navy blue fabric, which is here. And I am going to make a frill and do the waistband in this. So it's kind of a mix and match. Yeah, and I think that's going to look really cute. And I say the frill, obviously this doesn't have a frill, but I'm going to draft a frill, and then I will be including that as a free pattern upload. So yeah, that will be available after the camp, after I've made it up, tested it out, and got it all perfect for you guys. So yeah, that's my plans. I would love to hear what your plans are for your Crafty Camp sewing. And yeah, just let us know. You can use the hashtag Crafty Sewing Camp and share all your sewing plans. There's not long to go now. Freya's been sending out the messages for how to prepare, what to bring, what to expect. So if you are coming, expect to have those emails. Do check your junk if you haven't received them, because they sometimes do go in there. And if you haven't got your ticket yet, there's 15 tickets left. So please do come and join us. We'd absolutely love you to join us for the day or for the full weekend. And if you've got any questions at all, just drop us an email at any time or message us on Facebook or Instagram, and we will get back to you. So I'll join you again next week when I'll be sewing my sheared sundress. And yeah, until then, happy sewing. Bye.